Hi, it's your friend Ben, and with me today is my beautiful wife, Nichole. Say hi, Nichole.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the joke. Say hi, Nichole.
Hi, Nichole.
So we got a couple chores to run, errands to run, and I thought since she's with me, we could do a video together. And we're trying to think of a topic. The one that really grinds my gears is they've decided to dismantle the Peace Cross. And if you're not familiar with the Peace Cross, it's a 50-foot cross in the Hyatsville, Bladensburg area that was built as a memorial to the veterans, well, not veterans, the soldiers who died fighting in World War I in that area. And of course, it's a cross, so it has some writing on it which talked about peace, mentioned God, and because it is so large and in the middle of the road, if you Google it, you can see different pictures. People who do not believe in God found this offensive, that taxpayer money was used to maintain it. I find it offensive that they are wasting taxpayer money to have a court costs to tear it down. After all these years, these soldiers that died defending liberty and their families and defending their right to be here, defending their right to have court cases, defending their right to be free from tyranny and injustice. That they are just going to destroy it. It's a landmark. You know, I grew up driving past that thing. My family, it's the Peace Cross. And it symbolizes that, you know, there's a better way. If you don't believe in God, you have a right not to believe in God. That's on you. That's one of the things that many wars were fought about. People who wanted to force their religious beliefs. I'm not trying to force. It doesn't force you to believe in God. Again, the freedom from religion is not in the Constitution. It's the freedom that that our government shall not force you to believe in a religion. It will not force a religion to be made. There will be no a religion of the government. That, you know, read the Constitution, understand the American Constitution. It is not there will be no American religion. That's the real purpose. Is there any thoughts that you had before I continue?
It's to me, it's crazy because for whatever reason, people can practice all different types of faith, but when it comes to Christianity, it's an offense to people. People can be these rock stars and wear crosses on the stage. People can, you know, say curses and put God's name on it, and that's okay. But something that has been there forever, that's like me getting angry because there's a crown at King's Dominion, because it's King's Dominion. Or I'm offended by the crown because it's America, we're not a monarchy, so take the crown down. That's spend tax money. Or that's like me saying, well, I'm not going to go in JCPenney's because when I went into the jewelry section, they had some crosses on sale in the jewelry aisle. I need you to hide those crosses from me in the jewelry box because they're offensive to me. Or I'm not, you know, or I'm not going to go to McDonald's because they're selling fatty food and they're a fast food restaurant. But you know what? Just don't eat the fatty food. Eat a salad. You know, so many people are so offended when it's a choice to be offended for a lot of things. You know, again, it's been there for years. And I know people can argue, oh, well, the Confederate flag has been there for years, but it is not. This was something that symbolized racism versus the cross was something that symbolized unity and it symbolized struggle. You know, so to tear that down, especially when this was a memorial to these men and women who died for our country and who, again, when they talk about religion or freedom of speech, we can't say, and although I may not agree with the plan, they do have a freedom of speech. They may not agree with Black Lives Matter, but they do have a freedom of speech. And so for us to say out of one side of our mouth, America's so great, let's have this freedom of speech. I mean, you've taken away the right to pray out in public in school. You've taken the right to do all these things. It's an offense to say Merry Christmas. It has to be an X for Christ instead of Christmas, or it has to be Happy Holidays. I mean, pretty soon, we're not going to be able to say Christ in anything unless we're cursing. Or we're not going to be able to practice. Everybody can be able to practice their faith and their sexuality and everything. But again, when it's Christianity, there is an issue. You'll have atheists, and not all, but you'll have a lot of atheists who will be so passionate that will knock down people that have Christian faith, but then get upset when people who are passionate about Christ get upset and call us angry and mad. And it's not a fairness. It has to be equality or a balance to it.
Right. And see, here's the thing. People aren't out there at the cross having church service.
No.
It is a memorial. Just like
the tomb of the unknown soldier,
right.
or in Arlington Cemetery. You want to take down all those crosses there too?
Right. Or any graveyard. It is something to remember these fallen soldiers. So to go through all the money and trouble to tear that down, that is a monumental waste. It's disgraceful, and it's hateful. It is just downright, it is mind-boggling that someone has that much hatred and anger in their heart to do such a thing.
And that same money that they're using for that the government would be wasting on all of this. We're not talking about 10, 15, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Could be for homeless shelters, education, the roads, something that would affect everybody in a positive way.
And then again, we're talking about, the money being wasted to upkeep this. Well, that's putting people to work to upkeep it, to clean it. And then have they asked the local churches and people to volunteer to do these things? And then also this money, I'm sure there's other ways, other budgetary things that they could cut. That money is being spent on, that they could cut other places. There's so many things that this bloated government is spending things on that we could cut, that needs to be cut, that they're worried about this one petty thing. Let's focus on things that matter, guys, and stop worrying about this cross. That doesn't affect you. Just because you happen to be sitting there in traffic and you have a bee in your bonnet about a cross, that doesn't affect you. I don't know what some Christian did to you, or your parents who are Christians, or so-called Christians, because real Christians, here's the thing. A true Christian, if you go find a Bible, look a Bible up online, a real Bible that says, you can go to 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13 gives you the definition of love, and the real definition of love. Not in the King James, please, because it's a mistranslation. It's about love. It should be translated love, not charity. Real love is in 1 Corinthians 13. It's all about loving you. And that's what if you've been hurt by somebody who called themselves a Christian, if your parents called themselves a Christian and they beat you and they abuse you, I apologize. I'm sorry. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
And that's not all people.
And I know the clergy in the name of God, in the name of Jesus, has done that. And that's horrible. I apologize. I am sincerely and wholeheartedly sorry for that. And I don't know how that happens, why that happens. That is disgraceful. That is inexcusable. And if it was on me in some way I could fix it, I would, but I can't. And until the Lord comes and he fixes things, it won't be fixed. And I know that's not an excuse, but it's the truth. The truth is that there are wolves hiding among the sheep. That there are wolves hiding among the shepherds who are trying to do the right thing. And the right thing is that we're out there trying to protect our sheep. We're trying to nurture. We're trying to love. And we're trying to be a message in this worn and weary land. And a peace cross. A peace cross that is out there trying to memorialize men who were fighting in a war that didn't need to be fought in the first place. Is not a bad thing. think about it. It's not a bad thing. And wasting money to destroy it, that is a bad thing. That's all I had to say. Anything else you want to say, babe?
No, again, this would be an opportunity for people to come together and remember, whether it was a cross, whether it was a statue of a tall gun, whatever it was. This was to say, look, we appreciate your service and what you've done. It will not be forgotten. It is a conversation piece for parents to have with their kids, to teach them about our country and the price that was paid to keep our freedoms, whether it be freedom for speech, to be able to speak what you want, or religion, or whatever it is. But to continue to keep chipping away out of one particular faith, or continue to keep chipping away, if I had a vegan do something bad to me, I'm not going to go and spend hard on tax dollars or put out petitions that veganism is out of control and nobody should be a vegan. It's an offense to me. It is what it is. It's as hard as a pill to swallow because of what some people believe. They have the right to believe that and to express it. And tax dollars are spent on education, educating children of things that I don't think they should be educated in. I think it should be up to the parents at home. But they're educated in it, and tax dollars are spent on that. So again, we have to be very cautious. There has to be a balance, because there is a fine line. If we continue to keep chipping away at the freedoms that we have, pretty soon we will look like other countries that are either communists or these governments where, we're like robots. We talk about the government having their hands in the cookie jar, but when we do things like this, we're giving them more control, or we're taking control away from us. And in the end, it may start out something that seems like it's working in your favor when you do things like this because of whatever issue you have, but you really in the end are going to hurt yourself, because then freedoms that you are for are going to be taken away, because it's just only a matter of time before it trickles down to something that you are standing for, that you won't have the freedom to do it.
Right. Remember, if you don't stand up for something, then you fall for anything. Right. And I know it seems like a harsh comparison, but Hitler pretended to be a Christian, and at the same time was the one who tried to obliterate the faith of the Jews. So I understand that people out there don't understand the Christian faith, don't believe in the Christian faith, and I'm not trying to prophesize to you. I'm not trying to make you convert to Christianity. And again, I'm not saying people need to be out there singing around the cross, praising Jesus, hanging wreaths around it. But if these men were memorialized by this, and their families saw this and were able to say that, this was my father, my grandfather, their lives were lost, and the country, the state, the city was able to remember what they did for us through this, and to recognize their sacrifice as honorable men who fought and died. Doesn't mean that it was worth it, but they recognized it. I don't know. But if you'd like to comment in the section below to leave your thoughts, then please do that. Please be respectful. I thought I've been respectful here. So, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.